Well, well, well. In the studio, Jonas. Joe, it's good to have you back in with
Good to
Johnjay
be
and Rich.
back, man.
You look cool. You always
have
look
the best
cool.
intros.
And you have the best clothes. Like, talk to me about what's going on over there. That's very cool.
I'm wearing a scuba suit right now. No one can see it. But
Flippers, goggles, and
full on.
lederhosen.
Look what a handsome
very-
young man
it's
you've turned into.
Very
Thank
Lady
you.
Gaga male-esque.
Look at you. Look at you, man. You're like,
Thank you.
you're very, very superstar
I saw
quality.
your photo in there in the green room.
Yeah, tell us
He
about
just
what that was
casually
like.
has a photo of himself in the green room.
I know.
An actual
Check it
size
out.
photo of
Check
myself.
me out on the cover.
Just surrounded by women.
And, you know,
And an ascot.
the interesting thing, isn't that weird? The interesting thing is during the middle of the show a few weeks ago, he disappears and he's like, I gotta get this framed. So he took a big poster.
Just love
I
it.
knew
I
it.
need this framed.
I
This
just
needs to
took a
be in a
picture with it.
frame.
This belongs in the hallway, framed. So, dude, see no more. What's it about?
See No More is about the end of a relationship. One of those things that those feelings you get when you see something. It could be an article of clothing in your house or a restaurant you pass by, and how you're constantly reminded of that person.
Song on the radio.
Yeah, song on the radio. It could be a piece of hair she left.
Has this happened to you since you co-wrote a lot of the music on this
yeah,
new project?
yeah. It
Shit
was
left
I
hair
took-
at your house?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. Your favorite pair of
Hey, man,
sneakers.
come over and pick up this hair you left.
I don't want anything of you.
What am I, the maid?
Wait, so you wrote the song and everything?
Yeah, co-wrote most of the album. There's only like 2 songs I didn't write. Co-wrote this one with Chris Brown, See No More, and it was a very almost therapeutic song to write, and it's great.
Who
Is he in it?
Who hurt you?
He does some of the background vocals.
Yeah, who hurt you, dude?
Who hurt me?
Clearly.
Right?
John-Jay.
No, because wait a second. Think
Well, he
about
leaves
this for a
stuff
second.
everywhere.
We've pretty much known you before you started dating, and your dating life has been pretty darn public. So it's definitely whoever you're writing about is somebody we must have heard about.
Possibly.
Oh, and somebody hurt you.
That happens, you know.
Well, you have a reputation, whether it's true or not, you have a reputation of being sort of a cold breaker-upper, right? I mean, that's followed you around.
Cold breaker upper.
So
That sounds like an infomercial.
that could have been a song from somebody.
Cold breaker upper.
Okay, let's not talk about who.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about your breakups and what would you say if you look back at the way you've broken up with people? Would you say there's a rude way? Have you done a couple of rude things?
Well, not to like defend myself, but it's not always me.
No, I know, but clearly in this song you're hurt.
Is there a rude way to break up with someone?
Have you broken up with someone like via text, or you just say?
You know, I think as you know, this is not like the political answer here, but as you get older, you start to realize how is the proper way to
That makes sense.
handle things, and you know, mature a little bit here and there. Luckily, I think now that I'm a bit older, I can kind of understand. You know, you always learn with relationships. It's always different. I think it depends on the person and how they react. Unfortunately, I'm always traveling everywhere, so having a normal relationship is impossible.
It's not like you can say, come over to the apartment, we need to have a talk.
Right.
You're in Europe, probably.
Hey, I'll see you in 3 months. We'll talk then.
But
Yeah.
this
But for now,
song,
pretend like we're still dating.
this person broke up with you.
Not necessarily. It was, you know, I don't want to dive too much into it just because I feel like it's good for the audience to be able to relate with what they hear. But what I can tell you is that it was something that I was going through as somebody that I was dating, and I was a bit shocked by a situation, and so my heart was hurt, and so I was able to write about it.
Dang.
Well, that gets the best songs. We just had Skylar Gray in here. You know, she writes a ton of hooks.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I said, does getting your heart pulled out a little bit make for a better song? And she believes that all the good songs are from
Oh, yeah.
going through that. Otherwise, you can't relate to what you're singing about, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I remember when we were writing me and my brothers were writing for our TV show that we had on Disney for a while. We would always be handed ideas to write songs for. So we'd be like, we need you to write a song about you flying through space. Mm-hmm. And you're obviously like, okay. And it could take you 2 days. It could take you an hour. But most of the time, it's taking you a long time to write songs like that. But when it's something you personally went through, and it's like, oh, this person broke my heart, or I broke this person's heart. It's like, it's so easy to just to write it down and come up with ideas and lyrics because you're relating.
Okay, so if you wrote this song with Chris Brown,
Yeah.
paint the picture. Are you and Chris Brown in a hotel room with a yellow pad and an Apple computer, and you're like, how about this line? How about this line? Is it just you two?
It could have been like that very easily, but we both found time where we can get into the studio together. So we were in LA at the time, mutual friends. We got together and we were playing each other music. He was playing me about 1,000 songs he was working on, and I played him about 100 of mine. And we realized a lot of the stuff we were working on was very similar. So we said, okay, the next day, let's get in the studio and record. And my dog, was in the studio with me, and he took a huge dump on the carpet. So we ended up canceling the session that night and starting over the next day.
Why'd you write a song about that?
I could. I don't know how well it would go though. And then
Funny, I thought
talk about leaving stuff around.
You sounded really white for a second when you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Chris Brown and my dog. And I was like, you call Chris Brown? It's like, my dog, man. Yo, dog. It's like,
Chris Brown.
my dog, Chris Brown, was in the studio with me. No, but you're talking about your actual dog.
Come on, it's radio. You can mimic it, whatever.
Is this an English bulldog?
Yeah, I've got an English bulldog.
Is that the dog that dumped?
Yeah, I got a photo I could show you.
That's great.
Of the actual aftermath?
It was. I don't have a photo of the aftermath. But we were all like, no way, we're not staying here tonight. So we ended up coming back the next day and recording and writing it in like 2 hours.
Oh, cool.
So when you go on tour and everyone's talking about this song, everyone's trying to pick out which girl it is, and all your relationships have been so public. I figure it's a Twilight chick because she's way hot.
I think everybody, they try.
She's sick hot, dude. So man, I want to write a song about it.
Rub it in, dude.
I'm so hurt. She's so hot. I'm hurt. You guys broke up. I'm writing a song about it.
But you don't know officially because Joe's pretty private about that
mysterious
stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
which I respect out of you because you want to be forthcoming, but you got to keep some of that stuff for yourself, right?
Yeah, I think the major reason I think I do it, not to repeat myself, but I feel like when I listen to music and I hear an artist, I mean, some of the greatest songs have people's names in them. I'm not gonna lie, I've written songs like that too. But I like it when somebody can listen to a song and go like, they don't have to think, oh, who the guy was dating or who she was dating. It's kind of nice to go, oh, okay, like I've been there where that guy was, and I've gone through that situation.
Yeah, but there's these big songs, like that Alanis Morissette song that huge song was written about the dude from Full House. Remember?
Want you to know.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are these big breakup songs. Who else? What else? What else is there a big song about somebody?
Every great song is a breakup song, don't you think? Every great love song. Because to me, if you say, I love you, you love me, that's kind of boring. I love you and you broke my heart. That's awesome right there.
Exactly.
There's something to that.
See, a prime example is...
Got some grease on it.
You're so vain.
That's a great song, too.
They say that's about Warren Beatty.
Now they do.
Right.
It took a while.
Right. Look at you pulling that reference out.
Boom.
So
in like 15 years, we'll find out.
Is the album out? Is it just a song?
The single is out right now. So See No More's out. The video's out. You can get it on iTunes, and I'm just selfishly plugging that.
Is Chris Brown on the video?
And then in the fall, my album will be out.
Is Chris Brown on the video?
No, he's not in the video. Just because it was a co-write, so it wasn't really necessarily like a duet or collaboration like that.
You know what's cool is that you can hear the maturity in you because we've seen you. You know, we saw you when you were basically a kid coming in here with your brothers, and this is an actual guy who when you listen to it, you've been through this. You can hear it on the song.
Thank you.
It's pretty cool. That's why when you walked in, I say, hey, I'm really happy for you. This seems like a song that could be on a couple of different formats.
It's a compliment, but at the same time, I'm really happy you got your heart broken.
No, you know what I mean. I'm happy for your success.
Well, it's like it is for artists, and I'm sure you guys, you know, when you write a song, it's very therapeutic. Once you're done with it, you're done. And you're like, all right, I'm good. I'm not like sitting in the corner crying every night when I play the song by myself.
You know, so you guys have been, your band, your family, you guys have been pretty famous for a while now. Lots of success. You just pulled out your iPhone and showed me a picture of your bulldog. I'm wondering, Joe Jonas, as you sit here, how much money do you have on you right now?
How much money?
Money, cash. Let's see who has the most amount of money between the four of us on a
I'm going to really disappoint you.
No, just
I don't have my wallet on me right now.
How do you not have a wallet?
I put my wallet in the car.
That's lame.
Why is that lame?
Which car did you take?
What else? Joe, we're going to do Starbucks right. You're buying. I can't have wallets in the car. I know your style. Yeah. You write a song about that. Got cheap ass.
Oh, jeez.
I knew you would ask for Starbucks. That's why. I know you too well.
Have you, you talked to Chris Brown. Have you had a conversation with Justin Bieber, you and the boys?
Yeah, definitely. Bumped into him 1,000 times. You know, I remember meeting him, and the first time I met him, I think he had a broken leg.
Oh, he was in here with a broken leg.
Yeah, because we were passing through an airport, and that was the first time we met him. And, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his success, and seems like he's doing his thing.
But you're a veteran now. Do you give him any advice? Because you got to see stuff happening to him, and you're like, oh, I remember when we went through that.
I mean, I feel like I would only want to give him advice if he really wanted it. I don't necessarily want to, be throwing advice out like an old man.
Hey, listen here.
Hey, kid, come here. I tell you something. But I definitely can see, what craziness it's gonna be, and it's been for him. You know, I lived through that myself. So
you should steal Selena Gomez and tell him to write a song about it.
Oh,
You'd be
man.
perfect.
might get
You and
more
her.
awkward than you know.
You and her. Dude, you're awesome. So, what, you got any TV movies or anything going on?
Nothing like movie wise. Not till probably the next year, or there's a couple projects I might be developing with my friends. There's this movie I'm developing right now with a buddy, a producer out in LA, and a writer. So we're kind of coming up with a couple ideas.
We could give you a bunch of them.
What are your brothers doing?
They're just they're doing their own things right now. Nick has been writing and producing for a ton of artists that are going to be new artists, kind of older artists, and Kevin's he's been building this crazy awesome house in New York with his wife, and he's got some hosting stuff he might do later on.
So Nick's going to kind of be behind the scenes, turn into be a famous producer and stuff.
I think
right?
so. Yeah, he's still got the side project he's been working. He's going to play a couple shows in South America, but right now he's been doing a lot of writing and recording. And Kevin, his house is so ridiculous. I just went to go see his house recently. His whole house is controlled by his iPad.
I love it.
That's
So
awesome.
he'll walk into his house and he'll just be like, check this out. And he'll hit a button on his iPad and the lights will turn down and Al Green will start playing. It's so crazy. Look, literally when you ring his doorbell, Hall & Oates goes over the loudspeakers.
That's
So
awesome, dude.
ridiculous.
That's everything I want in a house.
Rich is so
He's got
jealous
like
right
a
now.
massive wine cellar.
You guys are so rich now, maybe you can actually have Hall & Oates answer the door for you.
I don't know about
You
that
could totally
one.
get oats.
Yeah.
Maybe not all.
Oates got
I know.
nothing wrong.
Oats, you could have, yeah.
Oh, it's,
All right.
well, thank you,
Joe,
Oates.
it's cool to have you in, man.
Dude,
It's cool.
happy to be here. This is fun.
It's good to see you get all successful and stuff, and you're gonna. The thing about you is that we always joke about people coming in here like Chris Brown. We had him in when he was 16, and then never heard from him again. You guys have always been consistent.
It's been consistent every year, I think.
Yeah, it's been great. You called us from wherever
They
you
put
are
us in
around
the 3D
world.
movie. They were awesome.
Yes, 3D movie. We segued it out.
We stole that movie from you. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, for people who want to know, will there be another Jonas Brothers
Will
album?
there be another album? Absolutely.
Another tour?
Another tour, absolutely. Not sure when, right now just kind of focusing on this thing, but when the time is right, we're going to come back.
I would assume you're probably going to go on tour with this album, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually getting ready to, either post some plans of the tour, or I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but I don't care.
Don't you
And
got to
so-
go on the Lettermans and all that and play?
I did Jimmy Fallon recently.
Okay.
But since the album's coming out in the fall, I'm able to do that during that time. So during this, August and September, I
some
can
sailage.
do some touring.
Are you
Yep.
working out and stuff?
Every day.
Really? What do you mainly weights? What?
Yeah, I have a trainer that travels with me. So everything from cardio, weights, and that.
Really,
It's
your
crazy.
trainer here? Is it that big dude right there?
That's my security dude. That's Derek.
Derek's
Why
cool.
would you have Derek train you
He's
too?
from Arizona, by the way.
Oh, right on, Derek.
Right on, D. Represent.
I'm not going to give his address because then he'd be really mad at me.
All right, Joe. So,
Which car is the wallet in, Derek? Let me know.
is it Ashley Green? Dude, is it Ashley Green? It is.
Who?
Isn't it? Ashley, I would be
The song?
devastated. I'd be devastated. She broke up with me. I can't believe you actually speak about it. I can't believe you don't. Every time you're singing, you don't start crying. Is it true that you hold up a Twilight poster when you're singing the song?
Oh, wow.
That'd be a little,
Are these your fantasies, my friend?
a little dark.
Are we getting
Actually,
down
that
here?
other chick was hot too. Way hot. The one from
He
the.
only dates hot chicks.
No, but way.
Now we're talking
way
about you
hot.
like you're not here. Like
I know,
you're
I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
Sorry, Joe.
If I wanted to hear this, I could have turned the radio on before I got here. It's always a good and bad idea before you hit a station. Luckily, you guys are always cool. But I was like, I turn it on, and you always hear like, oh, the jerk Joe Jonas is on his way. And all of a sudden you get there, and you're like, oh, hey guys, and like, oh, hey man, so happy to be here.
Hey, I don't want to ask you this, but our listeners are going to demand it. They do that too.
Oh yeah, all right,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We do that too, actually.
I've gotta ask. All right, I've gotta ask. I know you know.
See No More available now on iTunes. See No More.
Yes.
We encourage everybody to go buy it.
Thank you very
tweet it and
much.
everything. Thanks for hanging in, man.
Dude, anytime.
All right, it's Johnjay and Rich with Joe Jonas coming up.
Yes.
We got the GBG, the good, the bad, and the gossip.